This is about to start.
Mr. Hand, this is our time.
Huh?
Oakhurststudios. Big Strong. Captain. Dandy.
It's the POA, they won't be DOA. They're streaming at you live every other Thursday. The show is entertaining, don't know what they're gonna say. Points of articulation, POA.
Yeah, I took this off your last video, Vern.
That's fine. You should have asked me. I would have sent it directly to you.
They'll rock your joints like a boiling pot. Stick around and watch a Vern head swap. Josh might show you how to 3D print, and when he gets done painting, it'll be mint. Danny might show you a diorama tip while we all watch Xenoflex and watch his shirt rip.
Points of articulation. POA.
Hey, everyone. Welcome. So, Vern, that was the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
What was?
That last part of the video.
I was
Should I
looking
replay
away.
it?
I was paying no attention to it whatsoever.
Let me replay that one more time. It was only, 1 minute and 90 seconds or something like that? Like 2 minutes? I think I beat Salacious record there.
So
Go on,
this Garbage
intro.
Pail Kids thing, there was an actual movie?
There was an actual movie, a live action movie.
Was there a Saturday morning cartoon or something?
I don't think there was. Was there a Saturday morning cartoon? I don't think so.
Were there
I don't
like
remember
trading cards or something?
There were
weren't
stickers.
Yeah.
Did they have a
trading cards
comic
and
book?
stickers. I actually own one. Do you have one, Josh?
What
Any cards?
do I have? I don't have any like handy. No,
So
I've probably got
so
some buried somewhere.
Nice.
up until you guys mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, I honestly have never heard of the Garbage Pail Kids. And I had like no idea at all. And I was looking at cards and stuff, but all the stuff that I popped up looked more modern, like people making fun of current events people in the
Well, that's
form
what
of
it is.
in the form of like some sort of a weird looking kid with explosion out of his head or vomit or something like that. And I'm not into any of that vomit and stuff like that. So it was hard for me. It was hard for me
Yeah.
to like say,
I can
oh, well,
understand.
I guess I'm going to have nothing again. So
You can
so we'll
just
see.
grab something and make a name.
I quickly threw something together that maybe can be a semblance of lazy homework.
Wow, that's a first for you. Let's welcome some people to the chat. So we have Rolando here,
Rolando,
Hello.
G-Force.
what up?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So G-Force, this challenge passed me by. Works hard.
I see, and this
get
is the other problem too. Like, work's obviously a priority, and I've been pretty busy as well.
Excuses are like blanks. Left Coast is here. Hey, Left Coast.
Left
what's
Coast
shake?
graphics.
Excuses are like the Garbage Pail Kid Hugh Jasshole.
Yeah. Ooh, see, there you go. There's
You got a new name for a Garbage Pail Kid, even.
Yeah,
Nice. See, I think Josh would be great with Garbage Pail Kid names. I had a hard time getting a name for mine, but I managed. Gap's here.
I
Hey,
managed
Gap.
to.
Gap after dark. Please
Hi, Linda.
sub to my channel.
Linda's here. And everyone's just
Linda.
saying hi.
Good evening, Linda.
So how you guys doing?
Doing okay.
Doing good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah?
Josh, it seems like I haven't talked to you in a while, so everything
Yeah, you
going
weren't.
good though, right?
Yeah,
Busy.
Not too bad.
Good.
I like your Iron Man shirt.
Oh, why? Thank you. It's
Yeah.
as the kids say, an all-over print.
Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah.
Is that a wraparound print.
Yeah, it's all over the place. Yeah, whatever.
And then Dino's wearing the one arm muscle.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
advertisement. So if you go to, no, I won't push my merch.
Why
It's your
not?
channel.
Yeah,
Push
all good.
it.
Put yourself over, brother.
Right. I actually forget where it's from. No,
If you don't sell you, nobody else will. Sell
This is
yourself.
true. This is
Right.
true.
I actually got the merch store just so I could have myself a shirt. I don't care about selling them.
Yeah.
I just wanted a shirt for myself.
I did a new design, but I was hesitant to like promote it for some reason. You just want to see what it is?
I do,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me.
Mine was created by a famous graphics designer called Left Coast Graphics.
Oh,
Wow, that's.
I've seen his work.
He has amazing work.
I'm trying to pull it up
I've
right
seen his work in Gentle Giant's most
now. Oh my
recent
gosh! Yeah.
pre-order release for the ultra-sized retro edition Boba Fett.
If he was around and listening, I would convince him to do a giveaway on one.
Mm.
I heard
Pretty
the
cool.
stream. I actually listened to that stream today. That was he talked about that with you, right, Vern?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to it. I didn't get a chance to see it, so but he is here.
There
Oh,
he
is
is.
he? Oh, let's see if he is gonna do a giveaway.
He just
All
might.
right. What do you guys think of that?
If he does a giveaway, the chances are I'm gonna win.
I'm sharing my thing.
I know. I saw.
Yeah.
Are we ready to do it already? Oh, there's your shirt. Yeah, that's cool.
Ah, okay.
It's like the where they do with the Punisher and stuff like that, but I thought it would be kind of cool with like a Mandalorian logo.
Yeah, I like it.
So now you know why.
Now you know why. What you don't advertise?
Yeah.
I feel weird advertising too, but
Because it's not like anything special.
no, it's pretty cool. I like it. Now, where do you get your shirts from?
My shirts? I
Yeah, is
usually
it
buy my stuff
Teespring?
at Target. Oh, mine are at Teesprings, yeah.
Yeah, Teesprings.
I used to have it like linked to my YouTube channel, but one day it just wasn't showing up anymore. And then I tried to reattach it, but it says it's still linked. But the store tab is like gone. It's like a really weird thing. But
Does it pop up
now,
during the videos? Because I see
no,
some
not
videos where
yeah. Well, because I used to have it linked, but now the store looks like it's gone, but it's still attached, and I don't know how to reattach them. But I got this new thing on my channel where they're letting me tag products. So if you're watching my video, the products you can click on it and it'll show you like the different figures that may be associated with that video or whatever. Then you could click on them and it'll take you to like wherever, just in case you need to buy a figure.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going through the chat, so I have a hard time multitasking. So if I'm quiet for a bit,
Thanks,
it's just because
Gap.
I'm trying to read the chat.
Gap's like, I sub to you. Vernon
Yeah.
Oakhurst. Yeah, thank you. I was
Hey,
messing.
thanks, Chipolis. Yeah, it's coming in a little bit pretty good, right?
No,
I'll be getting the Gandalf hat soon.
it's got to get
Love it.
longer than that for a Gandalf
Yeah,
hat.
it does. It's gonna
The
be like
problem
a
is
leftover spirit.
the problem is you got the two-tone going, so you have like it's much less gray here and all gray here. So
Yeah.
it's not going to be like a Gandalf unless you do some coloring.
What
Unless
if you did
that's
like
what you're.
if they redid Lord of the Rings as like hipsters? You could be
Oh,
like
yeah, there you
hipster
go.
Gandalf.
But then you would want to grow the mustache and get those little
Yeah.
handlebar curlies for the hipster Gandalf.
Yeah, right. Twist
Yeah.
them out.
Get yourself a
actually
nice
gonna have
little
to- it's
vape
trying to curl
pen
around
for
my
when
lip.
they smoke their weed.
Keep on collecting to you.
Keep on collecting.
Dave's
Dave's
Dimensions
Dimension.
here. Hey, Dave.
Evening.
He had
Dave.
a pretty good follow up to Quantum Leap the other night. If you guys didn't see it,
Yeah, I hadn't watched Quantum Leap yet, so I didn't get a chance to.
that's just
Watch.
wrong.
But I did watch it like that night.
Okay.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it as soon as it was available on Peacock. Well, when I got home from work and it was available, because I wanted
How
to
is
try to
it?
catch some of the live stream. So I said in the stream, I said, did anybody take notice of the horrible acting or something like that? And I kind of meant it, but not in a bad way. You know, like one of my so I got to go back. So one of my favorite TV shows of all time, of modern times, is a show called Psych. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but the guy pretends like he's a psychic and then he solves crimes. It's a comedy, and he partners with his buddy, and his buddy like screams when something scary happens. But the whole show has all these, like, each show has like an 80s kind of reference to it. So that's one of the reasons I like it, right? And then the dynamic is pretty good because they work with a couple of detectives in the Santa Barbara Police Department. I started watching that show probably around season 2. So once I picked it up, I was like 100% in on the show, and I just kept watching. And then sometime around season 4 or 5, they sold all the seasons on iTunes super cheap. And I had never seen season 1, so I went ahead and I bought it. And it was painful to watch the pilot. Like, right? Because you're involved with these characters and they have a rhythm and everything's good to go and they all bouncing off each other. And then you're watching this first episode and it's like, you know, they're like I felt like they were getting each other's ways. They weren't getting,
Really?
you
You can
know,
notice that
the
much of a
cues from
difference?
people. Yeah, stuff like that. So to me, it was noticeably different. The rhythm, it was still
Yeah.
funny. It was a good episode, but there was that balance was like off. They had, so since they filmed the pilot to when they got picked up, there was apparently obviously a break because they changed one of the main characters, and it had sort of balanced itself out. So I think that creatively they probably worked together to put that first season together, to write and all that kind of stuff. So they probably had a lot of time working together. So the rhythm immediately changes into like episode 2 and 3, and they catch it. And so like I'm hoping the same thing for like this Quantum Leap, right? It was, to me, I felt it was tough, but I'm guessing that's the first time they've all worked together type of thing, and they're still trying to fill each other out for the chemistry. And I'm hoping that will like work itself out as the season goes.
See, I didn't notice that. I mean, I was kind of half watching it. I had it on in the background, so I was watching a little bit, doing some other stuff, because just trying to get everything, just like everybody's super busy trying to get all these new series in and YouTube and everything. Just, but I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, the episode was good. The story was good. I felt like there were a lot of forced scenes. Like there was a scene where the computer guy comes out and is having like the emotional moment where he's like, "Oh, it's my fault" or something like that. And then Magic's like telling, "Oh no," you know, like being like the kind of like the cornerstone or the father figure to everybody to help, you know. And it seemed like every single one of the characters had to go through this, I blame myself and I should just be fired or something moment, it seemed like. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't know. I mean, everybody had to go through their own separate moment. They could have just gotten a conference room and got it over once, you know, but the acting to me, like in those scenes that's where, to me, I felt like it was the worst. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But I think they'll get their groove, hopefully.
Tell us how you really feel.
And as long as it's fun, you know, I mean, like the rest of it seemed pretty fun.
It's funny because right after it played, the first pilot episode of the original Quantum Leap played like directly right after.
On Peacock or on TV?
On Peacock.
Yeah, it jumped right into the original Quantum Leap.
Yeah, and it was, now that one is started out a little bit, I mean,
tough too.
Yeah, what year did that was that 90s, early 90s?
Dave would know, but I think it was in the 80s, 1985 or 84 or something.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Was it 86?
I was thinking 86, 87, but
okay, maybe it was 86.
I mean, we're not that far apart.
Is the humor there in the new show? Yeah, I thought they were trying to be funny in some aspects, and there was some lightheartedness about it. And if, you know, I'm not making fun of the She-Hulk special effects, so I definitely wasn't going to be making fun of like some of the green screen stuff they did in Quantum Leap.
I'm fine with the She-Hulk, you know
what I mean?
the bad effects too.
Like I've just
rough.
Yeah, I've just decided for like TV and stuff like that. Oh, 1989 to 93. So I just decided for like TV and that type of stuff when the effects aren't like 100% there, it's because of the budget. And as long as, you know, they did something to help move the story along, I mean, that's the best you can hope for. Right?
That's exactly how I feel about She-Hulk. Like
Yeah.
they're giving us so much damn content on that platform. Like, am I really going to sit here and say that I'm not going to watch something or I'm not going to enjoy something because the CGI isn't spectacular? It's
Right.
still entertaining.
Yeah, exactly. I actually really enjoyed this last episode. And I don't know if it's each episode for She-Hulk that comes out, I like it more and more. Maybe because I'm not my expectations aren't super high. So when I watch it, I was like, that was really fun.
Yeah, the episodes are just a lot of fun, and it doesn't matter that the special effects aren't like movie magical special effects. Because I've seen some of the MCU movies too, and there's a few scenes here and there that just are like, really, that's in this movie?
I know. I've seen this. There's a YouTuber that does a lot of stop motion and stuff like that. I mean,
Horrible stop motion.
I still subscribe to this guy.
I know. It's rough too, some of it. Keep on Collecting watches Psych, by the way. And he's saying it's the best show. And I would 100% agree. I think if you guys haven't seen it, I'll pick an episode and I'll tell you what it is. I think either Let's Get Harry or there's a Bigfoot episode, I think, for Left Coast Graphics, and I'll figure out which episode that is. And just either one of those two, maybe, just to start off, and you'll kind of get the vibe of the show.
Just don't watch season 1.
And then go back to the beginning. And then go back.
We have
those guys
Blue
used to come.
Here.
Blue Sauce. They used to come to Comic-Con every year, the Psych crew. And one year, Steve Franks and them, I guess they performed the theme song. The group, they call them the Little Indians or something like that. And they actually, for their panel, had musical instruments up on stage, and they came out and just performed the theme song. It was really, really cool.
Interesting.
Sleeping's here too. And he was kind of picking on me. He made a jab at me, right?
Yeah, he said, hey, look at all the beautiful people and Dino. Something like that.
Love you, Sleeping.
Yeah, the gorgeous panel of guys and Dino.
Hey, I'm trying to. I figured maybe this might help. I know you're joking. Are you?
Are you really?
So, what about Ghost Rider? Anybody back in that? Josh, that's right up your wheelhouse, right?
I'm not big on Ghost Rider. So, like, I like Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, but Robbie Reyes, I have zero connection to that character. Aside from when he was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I wasn't all that impressed. So, for me, $350 is not something I'm looking to spend right now. I had considered, I still got that Ghost Rider. I wish I could have gotten the updated Marvel Legends version. Me too. But I'm happy with that. I thought about maybe backing it and then just selling off a few of the figures to discount it and get the car a little bit cheaper. But at the end of the day, I mean, in this economy, $350 is $350, and
especially right
Josh, I'm going to tell you the biggest problem with your plan.
Everybody else is probably thinking the same thing.
There's not going to be any leftover figures to sell off because it doesn't look like they will hit any of the tiers.
You don't think so, really?
Nope.
They
basically got a day to get Robbie, right? And they're barely past 5,000. So they got to make up like 4,000 backers tomorrow, which they haven't done all week, right? It took them a week to get to like 5,000. So they got to get 4,000 backers tomorrow. That's just to get the early bird, Robbie. If it doesn't get there tomorrow, there's no Robbie to sell off.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Right.
And then to get the Mephisto, you got to get to 12. And then if you get to 12, you got to get to what, like 16 probably 15, to get the next one, and then 18 or 20 to get the next one. You think you're going to sell off, and I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, no,
It's a
I
cool
would have
car, though.
if we got all 5 figures, because then I would have probably kept Robbie, the Ghost Rider version of Robbie, Mephisto, and I'd have kept the car, and I'd have probably sold just about anything else. But without getting 5 figures, the math doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I was looking at like 12 scale type vehicles, and there's a car on Amazon that's supposedly a 12 scale. It's a like a luxury car or whatever, but it's like $50, and it's like I think it's die cast or whatever it is, but it looks pretty detailed. And then I've been looking, and they have these 1/10 scale RC cars that go super fast, and they have these different bodies you can get, and they come with a clear plastic, and you paint them up and stuff like that. And they do have a charger, and you could build one of those for probably around $250, and then it's RC, right, which is fast. And
But
I'm
you're
thinking to
still
myself,
only a 1/10 scale, you said.
well, 1/10 scale, so like a little bit bigger, and
A little bit bigger.
and this one right here, I think, is closer to like a 1/11th, 1/10 scale than a 1/12, because
Oh, is it?
they said they made it a little bit bigger so you can get more different variation of figures to fit
Gotcha.
inside.
I didn't catch that. Okay.
So I think if you look at the scaling, that's about right. I watched a video today where somebody had the little convertible Bratz car, and those are just a little bit shorter than the regular Barbies, and they did the measurements on it, and it's practically the same dimensions as that
Hey,
the
JT.
What up, JT?
Engine of Vengeance, right? And here's where I think they could have really tossed it. If they had went out and like tried to secure the license from Dodge,
Yeah.
I mean, they could have made a huge difference there by being able to throw like the Charger logo or the Dodge logo on there. And I think you would have got more of the car people really into it, because now it's a smaller replica of an actual car.
I don't even think that would have cost all that much. I mean,
It wouldn't have.
they slapped that damn logo on anything they could get
I'm
a
telling
couple
you,
bucks for.
If they would have just did that, I think it would have made a huge difference. And I think you're right. I think Dodge might have even said, "Hey, let us throw you some money for doing that for us."
Vern, not just that, you would have gotten crossover from
my gosh.
Charger fans who would have they would have zero
That's
connection
exactly
to Marvel
right.
Legends, and they would have
Yes.
came and bought it just because it was badass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? I mean, you see all those die-cast cars, and those things sell. People like their little model cars, and to have one where the doors open and you can put a little person in there, and then
an excellent point.
Oh man, for car, yeah. If they would have just did that, it would huge difference.
Lego just released the Fast and Furious Charger. I was thinking about picking that up. It's only $20 and just customizing it to look like.
How big is it though?
Well, the box is like a typical Lego box,
Okay.
It's a $20 Lego set.
Okay, so it's probably
small. Yeah.
It's probably.
So this I can't remember the brand, but this one I'm talking about, the 1/10 scale, like you could actually buy the Charger shell, which is a clear that you just paint up, for like $60, right? And then you could throw it on any like chassis. It doesn't have to be an RC. So I'm betting for like under $100 you could get like just a shell of some type of a car that would be fantastic for a background.
But the doors wouldn't open, would they?
Well, you could probably cut them and modify them so they can open, right? Because it's just plastic.
But who does customizing?
Yeah, I don't know anybody who can do customization. And then to make flames and stuff for the wheels, I got a hot glue gun.
Hot glue, baby. We've already done that. We've shown how to do it. Josh has had some great flame effects.
Yeah, and it just makes no sense. The 350 it amazed me when they came out with that.
They keep talking about like how people have thrown the argument back when the Rancor was going on, like, oh, like you can't. One of the reasons I didn't want to back it was because it wasn't enough value, and people are like, well, it's the other things, like you're not paying for those other things, and yes, you are. I don't care. Like, you can adjust the argument to support you however you want. At the end of the day, the price goes down, the more things you're getting. I just don't understand
100%.
that.
100% on board with you. That's why I've been hearing like the arguments like old day and stuff about this. And I'm thinking to myself, like, there's no way you can say for sure that the value is spread out over 5 figures. You know what I mean? Because tomorrow it's going to be, after tomorrow, it may be 4 figures possibly only because Robbie's out. And if they make, and if for some reason Hasbro decides to say, you know what, let's just give the folks the Robbie, right? And in the end, then it throws the whole campaign out the window to set a goal.
Hey, if they didn't extend the Rancor by a couple hours to get those last 70 or whatever it was, there ain't no way they're making a concession to give you a figure that they need to create. That's not happening.
It's amazing. And then like this other argument, I was watching Sean, he threw up a picture of the lava guy, and he said, I can't believe that Hasbro saying they can't sell demons in stores. Well, let me tell you, hold on, I got the biggest argument for that. Hasbro Pulse sells exclusive figures exclusively on Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah.
So they can make whatever figure they want and sell it from their website. So that excuse is just an excuse to not make a Mephisto or whatever.
Isn't this like a demon figure?
No, he's made out of lava. Just because he's got horns and on fire and a big gigantic axe or sword doesn't make him a demon.
Is that their excuse? Or you just made that up because that actually sounded pretty good.
What I'm saying is, like, if they're saying they can't send a demon type character to retail, well, let's see if I got it here.
Have we got that on record somewhere? Because I don't buy that at all. I don't think that Hasbro.
I heard that was the reason.
It
was the reason, but I'm like, why can't they? If that's the case, they can definitely sell it on Pulse, right? Sell something on Pulse that's a demon, because that's not going to retail. That's not going to sit on a shelf. I feel like it's all related to some argument that was made a while ago about the Leia and how it was inappropriate that it was like on shelves in like a family store or something like that. And I'm trying to find.
Yeah, and somebody complained about her dressed in the.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true, but the thing is like, I'm never going to be able to get one of these Hasbro people to come on our live stream or anything like that to be able to ask them, because they don't want to hear somebody like me tell them what I think.
Well, in fairness, you do put out a video every other week that's called Vern Rants about Hasbro.
Right?
Well, I wouldn't have to do that if I could just have a serious conversation with somebody.
I'll just play devil's advocate for a moment there and highlight that.
Oh, here's the demon that they can't put out in stores. Can't give you a Leia, but you can give me this figure with this head.
What? Is that a legit?
Yeah, it's the head that came with the
is that
magic figure.
Is that your challenge?
No, this is
your garbage pail.
This is the head that came with the magic, the Iliana or whatever, and but I mean, they won't give you the Hut Slayer Leia, but they'll put that in stores. So I don't know. It's all excuses to me.
Well, because but
nobody's ever made the excuse. I've never heard Hasbro come out and make.
No, they did, but they did during their HasLab reveal party, where they were super excited to talk about the Hell Charger, where they had all the emotion and they were super stoked to tell you all the details of the Engine of Vengeance. You remember how excited they were? They actually said, "This is our opportunity to bring you figures that we wouldn't normally be able to get you at retail." And so I got to ask, why couldn't you put a Mephisto at retail?
See, this is the same thing that happened back in the early 80s. His parents complained about a figure that was on the shelves and shouldn't have been made for children, the alien doll. But I think the slave Leia, it's not so much the outfit she's wearing. I think it's more the name.
Lefkos is bragging. If I had the Hasbro marketing director on my stream, anybody can do it. I've asked some of those guys to come on the 3 Men and a Monkey Lizard show, and was told, well, no, I kind of have some bad language, so I don't want to be coming on a live stream doing that. And then like the next week he's on somebody else's live stream. So, I mean, I'm not. I mean, I can only tell you that's what happened, right?
Yeah. What about Daredevil? Is Daredevil okay to for them to make?
Yeah,
It's not a demon though, right?
No, he's not. Well, then they're sending you a free Daredevil if you sign up for the Marvel subscription.
Oh, is that right?
But don't you think it's more? I don't think it's a problem with Hasbro making any of these figures. I think their perception, or maybe it's like the Walmart or the Targets or the Amazons who are saying that they don't want this type of. Maybe they've got a list. As far as the Leia thing, I've always felt more that like the Leia thing had more to do with just like Disney not wanting that image of her out there all that.
Okay, I get that. Okay, for the Star Wars, but this other thing about the retailers not wanting it, their solution is they have a website that they sell directly to consumers. If they didn't have one Hasbro Pulse exclusive figure that they sold, I could totally be 100% on board. But I'll tell you, if they put that Mephisto in a box and made it a Hasbro Pulse exclusive figure, you think people would buy it?
What's the last Pulse exclusive that they've put out? Has it been like the?
Well, they had some Joes that were Pulse exclusives, right?
Aren't the X-Men VHS ones?
That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah,
but those go to Shop Disney too, right?
Those are a little bit of a fail.
I want those, but they're just way too expensive.
Those things look boot.
Really?
Sorry.
I don't know.
With the cell shading, I think it's terrible.
I want to see some of the comments. Hold on.
Sorry,
I was getting so foggy in my.
The rage was taking on. Hey, wait a second. Sun's getting low, big guy. Sun's getting low.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, I got the let's see, Rancor was $800 and they backed it immediately. Yeah, you know what, I will tell you what I think the difference between the Rancor and the little Charger is, or not. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say Charger. The plastic vehicle. That Rancor was a fully articulable, like 30-inch figure, similar to like the Sentinel, right? Like, so it was a big, fully articulable figure, and when I compared like the Sentinel to the Rancor, it was like immediately, okay, to have a big figure like that, I think that could be worthwhile, especially if this is the only way to get it. And all the additional stuff was kind of like going to be gravy for me on top of that. But a carded, I'm sorry, Salacious, but a carded Salacious Crumb was one of the tiers. And I was striking my brain trying to figure out when Salacious Crumb fell off of Jabba's thing and went into the pit with the Rancor.
We do not need to rehash Rancor again.
Yeah,
for the love of God.
Always poor Rancor.
I'm having PTSD right now. I can't deal with it.
You know what I mean? So it's like everybody keeps saying like just unveil all the tiers. And here's what I think that personally, I think that if Hasbro would follow the Kickstarter plan and just say, hey, here's a plastic vehicle and we want $150 for it, and then there's a Ghost Rider and a Robbie figure, which are the next level up, add $50, and then there's these three figures is $25 or $30 each to get one of these figures, but you can't get to say Mephisto, who's at the top, without buying the two below him. So to get Mephisto, you got to buy everything, right? And then that's $350.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think would be the perfect model, because then you could just be in for the car, you could just be in for the two guys, and if you really wanted Mephisto, then you're sort of have to do the whole ball game.
Yeah, but not just that. It would also make like that Mephisto would probably be a little bit rarer, because not everybody's going to back the entire
Exactly.
thing.
That's exactly right. Some people would not get that high in the tiers to get that guy. They might only go as far as getting the Robbie and the Ghost Rider.
I don't know why tiers have to be such an issue. Why can't they just make something and this is the price, and then there's bonus things to it? Why do they have to assume that like if they put everything together, it's going to be $350. Why can't they just release the car itself at like $200 with a figure?
Because they want to try to get away with giving you as little as possible for that maximum dollar amount.
Yeah. I mean, think about how much money. So here's what I've been thinking. So I think about these HasLabs whenever they come up, right? And it's 9,000 backers is where they feel they've made enough profit to like go ahead and go into manufacturing, which to me means everybody got their Christmas bonus this year. And I'm talking about all the stockholders. So they all got their Christmas bonus at 9,000, which means that thing probably didn't cost them more than a few $1,000s to produce, or a few $1 million to produce, but they're making like 30 million. So it's like a $20 million profit margin is what I'm thinking. And then just to throw figures in there, that they're, to me, just going to be probably off of like molds that are already out there, just painted differently and stuff like that. Those are going to be like dollars on the extra. So if it's 9,000 gives them their profit margin, then everything else is a super bonus for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's why they're willing to throw you just a little bit more to get their super bonuses. And that's why it's priced the way it is. And if it was reasonable, they sold the Black Series Snowspeeder for $125 at retail, which means the retailers took a cut. Not even, the Star Wars license, but the retailers took their portion of that 125. In this one, there's no retailers taking a portion of any of the 350.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would probably try to argue about that is that Snowspeeder. I mean, how much did they really need to do aside from scaling it up from 3 3/4? I mean, how drastically different was it? It's not like it was a brand new.
But they didn't print that in a 3D printer and just change the sizing of the original design. They designed the Snowspeeder and then had to make molds for it and press it out, right? Yeah. Which is exactly what they're doing with this car.
Fair point. You got me. Okay.
Left 4 Dead Fett is here.
I just hear the argument about price, and like 350 isn't. It's not terrible if you're getting 5 figures in a vehicle. It's just the fact that I'm not into Robbie Reyes that much.
But it's also the fact that for 350, you may not be getting 5 figures in a vehicle.
Okay, you're right about that. But I guess my point is this: if I knew I was getting 5 figures in the vehicle,
okay, that's different.
I accept 350. 350 is a good price for me.
I agree with you. If you were guaranteed that you're going to get all the figures and the vehicle, then you're getting closer to me to what I think that price point could be, right?
But does the figures matter who they are?
It does,
right? The whole thing matters. Watch. Yeah. Let me solve this for you real quick. As far as like, does it matter the subject matter of whatever the offering is? If I gave you a Plasma Series Ecto 1, all 4 Ghostbusters in decent like ultimate style figure form, and a translucent glow in the dark Slimer, take by 350 now. Done. Like, forget about it.
But tell me which figures don't make sense. Now, the Ecto Plasma or the Ecto 1, right? And then you're going to get a New Hope Luke Skywalker. We're going to throw in maybe a Mandalorian figure. And then we're going to give you a Marvel Legends Iron Man and a Captain America. Are you good with that?
It just doesn't make sense.
No, because one has nothing to do with the other. And this is the thing is with this HasLab, 2 of those figures are probably not Ghost Rider adjacent, right?
I believe so. I believe you're right too.
Everybody was right about Mephisto. The other one that everybody was high on was what? Blackheart or whatever?
Something, yeah.
And
then they got the guy from Sonic. The dude with the mustache.
I thought somebody said that was like the female Ghost Rider.
They're just taking a stab.
Ghost. See, I don't know all.
They're just making stuff up now.
I don't know them either. I'm just saying, like that's who they felt with the other. That's a good one.
The Hiss tank is an iconic G.I. Joe vehicle, and then what do? They give you a driver, a gunner, a Cobra Commander, right?
Well, they're gonna do Vengeance, right?
Are they? and then they're not going to give you the motorcycle.
I know, right?
So they're just
So
giving
this
you a
is
figure
Marvel
so
Legends, right?
he's going to walk around
Looks
behind
like
the
it.
charger. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm
these are
sorry, the engine thing, whatever they call it, because it's not a charger.
These are fully articulated. Even their knuckles bend.
That's the guy that has the bones, right? The Vengeance.
Yeah.
He has his bones showing. Yeah. So you're going to get that figure and no motorcycle. So then what?
Look at this figure. It has like hooks on the bottom so you could hang it on the wall.
You're going to get that figure, and you're going to get lucky, and they're still going to have some of those damn McFarlane Batman dark metal bat cycles or whatever, and it'll be perfect.
Yeah, right.
And you're going to get that bat cycle for $6.87 because it's on clearance, because apparently the cost of plastic at the McFarlane factory is way cheaper than the ones that Hasbro's working with.
Exactly.
Is that what it's? Is that $6 at GameStop right now?
It's hilarious because this whole conversation is why nobody from Hasbro will talk to me.
Hey, Fabulous. Good to see you.
You just need to find a more like a more fair way to be critical of them.
I guess.
It's all about phrasing it like they have opportunities. Hey, let me help. Let me highlight some of the opportunities that you guys have right now. I'd love to be able to solve your problems.
I honestly thought my rant video was fairly open and fair, kind of both ways, right? Because I even said I was like on the fence at that time, and I felt like I pointed out some of the highlights. When I first saw the car, to me, I would love to have that thing, and not just because of the Ghost Rider factor of it or whatever, and the flaming tires. I just think it would be so cool to yeah, I did say it, Jason.
You did.
To use it with like the classified figures and stuff like that. I think that would be super cool to be able to like cross platform that vehicle in normal mode, right? But I'm not going to say 350 is worth me having something to do that when I know that there's another option out there.
What's the chances that they drop the price?
None.
0.
None.
Really? Yeah. But that's what everyone's saying. Everybody wants the price dropped a bit.
Yeah, everybody wants what they want, but these guys have set a standard. And I was going to tell you earlier, like we were talking about, like, well, 350 is like the price. So I don't know what gas costs where you guys live, but it's about $4.80 a gallon right now here where I live.
No, we're like $3.60, I think.
Yeah, and at one point a couple of years ago it was $3.60, and this is kind of what happened. I think it was 2007, 2008 when gas prices were really high. Gas was around $2.50 at some point, and then when gas prices went super high, it went up to almost like $5, a little over $5 a gallon at one point. And when the gas prices dropped and normalized, it never went below $3. And this time we were in the threes, and gas prices shot up, and they're supposed to be normalizing, right? But they're still in the high fours here. So they have set a standard that $3.50 is the cost for a HasLab.
People will pay.
So when the more HasLabs you see at $3.50 or around that price, the more you're willing to say, yeah, I guess that's okay, because that's what a HasLab is.
Yeah.
And I don't see
people excited. The price of gas drops down to $3.60, and people are excited.
Yeah. Yeah, you're so used to paying like $5 a gallon for gas that when you get closer to $4, you're like, oh yeah, now I can drive wherever
so they
I
do
want
a
again.
HasLab that's $2.99. Anybody, you might not even want it, and you're still gonna buy it. $2.99? Are you kidding me? A HasLab $2.99? I'll take 2.
I don't know. That's just the way I think of it.
All right.
They've normalized that price point for a HasLab, and I think that what they really need to do is reevaluate that process and maybe say, hey, because honestly, I mean, at this point, there's probably a lot of people who have 2 or 3 HasLabs in the books that haven't been delivered, right? And so maybe they need to spread them out a little bit more. Maybe instead of doing a HasLab for every franchise every other month, they ought to like say this year is Star Wars, and then next year will be G.I. Joe, and the year after that is Marvel.
I agree. Release the tears at launch.
But the problem with that, I think, is that so I see it from different. They're a business, so they're in the business to make money. I understand that, and they've already set these like monetary expectations for their company that they're going to take in X amount of dollars every year that their shareholders are expecting. So if they start reducing the number of HasLabs they're doing, they're reducing the amount of their yearly or quarterly earnings, which isn't going to be good for shareholders. So I mean, they kind of caught themselves in a catch-22.
They're trying to play a shell game when this market wants transparency. I don't
either. All right, thanks for tuning in to Points of Articulation.
Points of Articulation. We built some. All right. So, are you going to clip that for
no.
Vern rant?
No.
All right, so
leave it right there.
We'll get back to this right here.
Stay on target. Stay on target. Thanks for bringing the HasLab up.
All right, so here we go. So Points of Articulation, what was it? I think when GeForce was on, I think it was JT suggested one of the challenges be create your own Garbage Pail Kid. Now Vern says he doesn't know what a Garbage Pail Kid was.
I didn't really.
I don't buy it.
No, I don't have any idea what a Garbage Pail Kid is. I've never seen him or heard of him before you guys started talking about it. I did look at some of the pictures of the cards. I didn't kind of understand them. Apparently you're saying now that there was a movie and stuff, but I'll just show you that what I kind of did was I took a figure that I already had. I put him in this garbage can, and I'll take him out. It's sort of my zombie dude that I made a year ago, and I just have some of that explosive smoke coming out of his chest and hanging up around his head. I mean, that's all I could think of, honestly.
What's his name?
I have no idea. You think of a name.
Smoking chest.
Well,
right. How about something to do with cigarettes? Don't smoke, Harry.
That's not how the names work.
How do the names work? Is it?
How do they work?
Like Leaky Lindsay and Vicky Vomit.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You got to have some alliteration or something going on here. A rhyme to it.
Ooh.
Robbie Zombie.
Rob Zombie. Rob E. Zombie. There you go.
Rob E. Zombie. I like it.
All right. That's it.
Very good. So what do you guys think of that in the chat? Needs a cool name. I think, yep, that's a good one. Rob E. Zombie.
Gangrous Gaz.
Let's see who's up to bat right now. Whoa. Let's see here. You're up to bat. Hit.
Are you ready for it?
Let's go to there you go.
Are you ready for it?
I am ready.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, that is cool.
What is it?
Robbie Robot.
No, it's like a
strong.
It's Dino the Machino.
Dino the Machino. Nice.
That's actually pretty funny.
I love it.
Pretty good.
I've even got I'll set it out on Twitter right now. I've got the I did the Garbage Pail Kid card for it.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that was extra bonus if you create a card.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool. Very creative.
That's awesome.
This was all 3D printed. I was struggling with this for a while, coming up with an idea, and then it hit me quite literally like a ton of bricks. So
I love it. See, I was going to make a Dino the Machino. I was going to use the He-Man figure.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? The one with
Roboto
one? Which one?
Roboto.
He-Man.
The no, not Roboto. It's Faker.
Oh yeah.
Use the body for Faker, and I was gonna get Austin Powers. Remember with when he was wearing the glasses and the action figure of him, he's just wearing a little Speedo. I was gonna cut the head off of that because it kind of looks like the blonde version of me when I wear that wig, and I was gonna put it on. So but I love that. That one's so much better, Cap. You nailed it. I love it.
Thanks, man. Check out the hashtag, and you'll see the Garbage Pail Kid that I made for it.
Is that on
Yeah, I
Vern,
put it
can you
out
pull
using
that
the
one up?
hashtag.
Or Cap, can you pull that one up? I'm afraid to multitask. Oh, what? That card is so cool. So how did you do the weights and stuff in the back?
That's from the Fortnite Meowscles figure.
Oh, wow.
I'm sharing it.
There we go.
That is so cool, man. I love
Is
it.
that awesome?
That is beyond awesome, man. I'm flattered on that one. That was so cool.
I thought you'd get a kick out of it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Dino the Machino. Is that going to be in the
Absolutely.
stores?
Porno Rocky. I love it. Yes, we'll get that in the stores. It'll be a 2-pack with Porno Rocky. Porno Rocky and
Yeah, right.
Dino the Machino.
Yeah, Josh wins. Ding dang, definitely. But we still have 2 more. So we have mine and we have it's almost 8:30. So I don't know if Dan's gonna come in. So if Dan comes in, I'll save his for last. But for mine, I'll show you mine. And should I show the card first or the figure?
Show the card first.
Show the card first? Okay.
Yeah.
So I put it under banners just to make it easier for me to pull it up. So this is the figure that I used, right?
Ah, okay.
And then I turned it into Arthur Fonzarelli when he jumped the shark. Arthur Cancel Ellie. So I actually used. So this is
Oh man.
The hair
So I
came off
used,
of a
epoxy.
pop.
Yeah, it's a Funko Pop.
Oh, you made that. You sculpted the hair.
I sculpted the hair and I sculpted
Nice.
the leather jacket from a
looks
epoxy
good.
sculpt.
Oh, good for you.
And I
Was it
used
easy?
a Fortnite. You know the shark that
Yeah.
from Fortnite?
Yeah.
It had all the pieces in it, and it had the skis.
Yeah.
And I
that's
painted
pretty
his shorts, and there you go.
Nice.
And I even gave him for extra bonus. I gave him the thumb. And that's
It looks
a thumb,
like a fin
right?
too. Looks like a fin.
Yeah, it's yeah, exactly. It's supposed to look like a fin.
I love it.
Yeah. Not too
Does
bad,
he jump
right?
himself or
What's that?
does he jump himself?
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see the stop motion video there where he's jumping a vintage Mego Fonz.
Yeah. I wish he
Geek
was
Strong
articulated.
use a Vern wig.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who said that? Is that the Vern wig?
Rolando. Love it.
It does look like my hair. I have to admit.
Kind of. The hair came out so good. I was pretty impressed on working. And this epoxy sculpt works really good.
So you like it then, yeah. It's easy to work with,
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
And I just parted it in the middle like that on the side. Pretty cool.
I gotta get some of that.
One of my
You
favorite
guys are
things
very
that I
creative.
did.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, okay.
That zombie was fine, Vern.
Whatever.
Hey, Gilster. Gilster's here.
All right, let's see dance.
Yeah, let's
He ain't doing it.
let's pull up Dan. So he should be here if he does, but I will. So it was easier for me just to put it on the overlay. So I have 2 pictures for Dan's, and here you go. You ready? So this is the card. I hope nobody gets offended, but this is so awesome.
Nah.
Trash Can Dan's Delinquents.
gosh.
Stinky Stan. I even zoomed it in.
Poor
Of course
Stan.
you did.
Poor
Nasty.
Stan.
Yeah, so that's awesome. Well done, Dan.
Beautiful.
Just a nice old man.
Yeah, I know. Now this was
He's
just
really
for
old.
fun. Don't hope nobody goes batty on us.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So well done,
All right.
guys.
Yeah, very well done. On to the next one. Next one we got.
So the next one is October, right? So we have, I think, 2 streams in October if we if the band's still together.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't a band be breaking up?
So I'm thinking Scooby-Doo themed. Create a Scooby-Doo villain. And that'll be super easy because you can just get a Build-A-Figure or anything and just put a skull.
Yeah, you know what? I call foul on this one because because you have like an action figure head or something that you showed where you said on the stream, like, oh, you could always use that as like you were pulling it off of the villain, saying I would have got away with it too. So I don't think that
you meddling kids.
Yeah, so I think that's that. I think that challenge is kind of like you
extra
think
heads
you have it already
if you need
in
one.
the bag because you have that, and I think you're going to use it. So can we disqualify that item?
What about you? Didn't you just pull out a figure that you created like 7 years ago?
But I changed him. I gave him a pink boombox and put some smoke on him.
Yeah.
Can I make something?
Sound logic, if anything.
Can I make something Scooby-Doo-ish without having any Scooby-Doo figures? Like, can I make Scooby-Doo characters that would kind of go along with Scooby-Doo? Like, well,
unless you can still get the Scooby-Doo figures in the stores.
I have a set of Scooby-Doos, but I'm just saying, like, what if this was Scooby having a Scooby snack?
The live version.
Yeah.
An actual realistic version of Scooby-Doo.
Something. But
so what do you think?
I don't know.
Vern doesn't sound sold on it.
Hey, I do have one more thing to say about
I figured this would
my
be
favorite toy, my favorite
easy challenge.
company. They have this PulseCon coming up. They came out with their schedule. And I was a little taken back because today they showed off the starting lineup figures, the basketball ones. And when they did the schedule, they apparently allotted 20 minutes for the starting lineup. But this unseen Indiana Jones line only has 15 minutes. And I'm just wondering, like,
wow,
is it because they don't have anything to show off, or are they just going to show off one figure? And here's Indiana Jones.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
I know. You know what I mean? Like, I thought like you're launching a line or something. I feel like this is going to be the launch of that line in a way.
Are you in a bad mood today?
No, I just shocked that they got this Indiana Jones line. They're going to start showing off figures. They got this PulseCon coming up, and they gave them a big 15-minute window.
That's ridiculous.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah, that's disappointing. I want a retro line. I want a retro line with a retro card, 6-inch figures with a nice hard start.
Well, let me tell you, they only got 15 minutes, so I doubt you're getting any of that.
Yeah. It's all going to be rendering too, right?
You're going to get a hand figure. Yeah. No, they might break out a Han Solo and put a fedora on them.
Yeah, there you go. I know, right? It's how much exactly? How much reuse is going to be done? 100%, right?
I just saw the schedule and I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, I would love a retro 3 3/4 Indiana Jones line back.
Gap Sand.
So Left Coast has a suggestion right here.
Positivity.
Make a custom figure of a popular movie that has never been made but should be. Definitely risky business.
Okay, wait a minute. So a custom action figure from a popular movie or show that was never made.
Right.
So like we have to go search up like movies and shows that were like in some type of pre-production but were actually never made, and then try to figure out what the characters look like, or
no, how about a movie that was made but create a figure that was never made, kind of like Hard Bodies or Spring Break, those popular movies that everybody's watched, except for it was just me and Dude has
seen any of those.
You've never seen Hard Bodies?
No.
We definitely got to do a screening.
Oh no. I left all those movies. I left all those 80s movies in the 80s.
Look what I picked up today. Since we're talking about pickups.
Oh, you got it.
That's pretty cool.
I did.
What, is that a new
box?
game?
So cool.
Have you opened it up yet to check out the
I haven't,
tuning?
no. Do you want to?
I want to see if the eyes are still jacked up.
So this is the Toonie Terror, right?
Yes, sir.
Son of a, I don't want a Toonie Terror red.
It's got a red dress.
Yeah, but has she ever worn a red dress?
Yeah, why not? It's Elvira. She can wear whatever the heck she
Elvira
wants.
always wears black.
Well, because it was in black and white.
No.
You don't know what color the dress was.
That's pretty cool, too. Look.
Yeah.
So I bought 2 boxes because I wasn't sure what size shirt I should get. So I got a large and an extra large. And I figure if it doesn't fit me, I can return it, right?
You probably need the extra large.
I don't know. I have this extra large here. That's this one, and this one seems kind of big.
Is that
this
a Funko?
Is an extra large from the same. From the same.
You know that shirt does look really big. So it's interesting though, because I imagine you were much bigger than you are then. How tall are you?
I'm only 4'8". Why are you laughing at me?
I'm laughing at your answer. That's pretty funny.
I'm 5'7", so I'm not that big.
Yeah.
Even when I competed, I was only 157 pounds.
I just want to say this about my favorite toy company. I was really just messing around with everything that I said earlier. Everything that they put out is fantastic. I can't believe that they're just not selling out of every single thing, every single product they announce almost instantly. I mean, they should sell out instantly.
So I got this at GameStop.
How much you pay for him? Yeah, I got
him for, what was it?
$10.
$10. So I'm gonna paint him white because this is supposed to be the
yeah, it is the Christmas one.
The Bumble.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna put those straps back on. You know the
you don't want the yodeling straps or whatever.
No, not at all.
He's not going to be climbing the Alps.
No. So what would you paint it a flat white or a shiny white?
I wouldn't do shiny. I don't know about Josh, but I would do like a off white.
Off white, really? So I did. I picked up a spray can of white. And it's flat.
You're going to spray paint them?
I could probably dry brush.
That's not going to work really well.
Yeah.
No?
Don't use enamel paints on action figures.
Enamel is
will eat the plastic.
Really?
It will always feel like it's wet and sticky.
Okay, yeah. So
you want to use acrylic.
Acrylic, really.
But I've never used spray acrylic. What?
Doesn't it chip away?
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's like what's the worst, right? You put enamel on it, it's gonna feel.
You can get decent top coats that'll seal a lot of it in.
Okay, all right, that's awesome. Is his head removable? Because it's probably easy to paint. Taking
all the Chewbacca's heads can pop off pretty easily.
Yeah. It looks like it would be hard to get underneath there, but that's a great So then I'll do it with just regular water based.
I got one to do something with, but I haven't decided what yet.
So you guys want me to open this? I'll open it.
Yeah, let's take a look. Speaking of GameStop and clearance deals, I got this guy.
Nice.
Oh, no kidding.
So they had him marked down to $30.97 because of that.
Oh.
And then it was half off of that, so I got him for $15. So
yeah, that's
fantastic.
I will take it.
Good thing it's on the back, right? Are you going to take him out?
Yeah. I'm going to open him.
You have the Toonie Terror version of him, right?
I do. Yes.
Yeah, that's an awesome figure.
Show off this guy.
Oh, no kidding. Nosferatu, right?
Yeah, Nosferatu.
Oh,
did you see the new Super 7 that they revealed?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
so I got this guy. I'm going to paint him up this week, probably. Maybe do a video on that. getting into the spooky season. And then I had a failed print of him too, which ended up being...
Oh, that's actually really cool. You could turn that into one of these Garbage Pail kids.
Right.
I just found out about these guys.
So
like
this
his
happened...
head's exploding.
This happened because the power went out the other day in the middle of a 6 hours into a 7-hour print.
Have you ever thought about just trying to print the top half of the head and then gluing it on?
It would be really, really difficult to figure out exactly what layer line that's at.
And then you'd have a seam.
Yeah, and then you'd have to get some more... usually what you would have to do for resin prints is put a little bit of liquid resin and then get a UV flashlight or something and bond them together, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing the large.
Oh, buddy.
Here we go.
Let's see this Elvira.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was coming out. Did you even know this was a thing?
I saw that it was a thing maybe a week ago. I saw that they were starting to hit.
Oh, no kidding, dude. That box is awesome.
I'm going to have to get going pretty soon, Dino, so you're going to have to get that thing open.
Speed it up. It's got a cool beanie. The beanie's awesome.
There you go.
I like.
That look good when you're out trick-or-treating, taking the kids trick-or-treating.
Yeah. Oh, it won't go with this costume.
Do you guys dress up at all? For like
he's going as one of the guys from from Spring Break.
Hey now.
With the alligator. Remember the alligator attacked the guy when he was peeing in the water? On Spring Break. So there's your pen. The pen's not too bad. It's not left coast quality, but it's still pretty good. But the shirt is super awesome.
Super awesome.
The shirt is better than I thought it would be.
Is that the large or XL?
This is a large.
That's a good looking shirt.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I'll probably have to buy that.
So I'm looking at the large. Can you stand up and kind of hold it up next to you to see how it?
I can put it on. Watch. I can do like YouTube. You just throw it up and it's automatically on. No.
That's TikTok. We're on the wrong platform. Sorry.
Oh, let me move over to the side. I'll throw it on real quick.
Because I'm thinking if that large fits, he really is 4'8".
Can you still see me?
Yep.
Put your dick away. No one wants to see that.
There's a reflection in the TIE Fighter window. Yeah, look at that. But once it washes, is it going to shrink? Or you don't care about that stuff, huh?
Hilarious.
I think I'd want both, honestly. I like loose fitting shirts too, but I also like shirts that are nice and fitted.
Well, you can always just sell off the figures from the second pack.
You could, right? And
or send them to Josh or something.
But I like the box. Look at the box, it's pretty cool.
I think she looks good in red.
Yeah. I want the chair. I wish they made the couch. Oh, so this I think slides out.
Looks like a VHS tape almost, maybe. Is that what they're going for with it?
I think. Ooh, whoa, dude, this looks so good.
All reflective.
Hey now.
Yep, I love the look of your reflective light. Your selfie light looks fantastic.
How are her eyes? And it's got the little knife on her dress too. That's cool.
Yeah, it does. I think she's still got a cocky eye.
Oh,
I think. Yeah.
Dino, why don't you put your other glasses on?
Can you see the eye?
No, because it's all out of focus, and then there's light going.
Hang on, maybe if I hold my phone light up to it, it'll work.
Yeah, how can I do? Can I do it? Maybe if I take her out of the box. So would you display her like this or take her out, Josh?
I wouldn't even unseal the box.
So this is the the back is cool too. It's the
Yeah,
coat.
see, that's why I would have just left it completely sealed in the box.
No, her eyes look good.
The camera's more focused on you. It's not focusing on the figure.
Better than what it was. All right.
What if I move away?
I'm with it.
No, it's focused on all of your. Oh, maybe. No.
Whoa.
No.
Closer. Can you go closer?
Closer. A little bit to the left. Just a little to the left.
Down a little bit. Oh, whoa. Hey.
No. Yeah.
I'll see that
I
in
don't
my
think that's
dreams
working.
tonight. Hey, now.
But I like this box. This box is really good. I think her eyes cockeyed in here on the photo. Right?
Oh, it doesn't match the picture on the box. I would write the company.
Josh, her eyes look good.
All right.
I'm looking at it. It looks good. Yeah, I like it. It was worth $150 for this box.
What?
Holy smokes.
No, it wasn't. It was $50 for all that. That's not bad,
50?
right? It's a good deal. You get a nice. Yeah. Is that
A
too
shirt
much?
and that thing?
And you get a beanie.
Okay, I forgot about the beanie. That pushes it way over the top.
And then
You know
get
what?
this
That's
$1.99
Oh, I forgot
pen.
about the pen. You're right. As a package, that is definitely Hell Charger worthy.
This throws it up even more as the
Oh yeah, that just throws it way over the top.
iron-on
That
patch.
right there, it should have been a $349 box.
So when I was looking at the box, I was kind of, I thought it looked like the Toonie Terror, but I was kind of like hoping maybe it's the deluxe one. Wasn't the deluxe one like $35?
Yeah.
So I was hoping maybe it was that one instead, but no. So Scooby-Doo challenge it is?
Scooby-Doo challenge.
And do you want to do a cartoon photo thing? Like a page? Like create a figure and then do segments of a
I think we should take our favorite Halloween movie and do a movie poster. Recreate a movie poster with action figures.
For horror, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
I like that too. What do you guys think?
I can't say I've ever seen any, but pretty sure I can find the movie posters. We could do both, but I think like it would be really cool to do. See if other people are also willing to recreate some horror movie posters with their action figures.
Scuba's here. Hey, Scuba.
How about just in like you can even create your own movie poster.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
I
like it.
How about all of the above?
I saw this.
Create your own horror themed movie poster using figures,
and create a different name, like a movie that doesn't exist,
or a movie that does exist.
Yeah, you can make it. You can reboot anything using whatever figures you want.
Okay. So basically, like I could do Phantasm.
Sure. Or your Scooby-Doo.
Or Scooby-Doo with a
You could combine both challenges and just do a Scooby-Doo movie poster.
Do I get bonus?
Oh, a Scooby-Doo against the Phantasm ball.
Yes.
The tall man meets Scooby-Doo. Take care, Darth Maza.
Have a good night.
All right. I saw a movie trailer. I guess the Black Widow sister, what's her name? Florence Poe
Elena,
or whatever.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah. She's going to be in some movie about some couple in the 50s that moved to some special community.
Don't worry, baby.
Yeah. And it just immediately made me think the Stepford Wives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the one that everybody was going on about did Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine was for that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he did. I don't care what their publicist said. I saw the video. He spit on him.
Whatever.
So as the minutes go by, this large is a little tight.
Oh,
So the extra large is going to have to be it.
All right, that sounds. And once you wash it, it'll fit better too.
It'll stretch or it'll shrink.
This guy will fit. The large will fit this guy.
Look at that.
Yeah. So I think Josh wins this challenge for this week.
He definitely does. He's got the.
We all win because of you, Dino.
He's got the Dino the Machino exclusive figure that Dino can only wish he had in his collection.
I know.
Let's do this.
I love the enthusiasm in that. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Hold up Dino the Machino again. Wait, everyone. Let me run back and show you this figure. I know I have it in my collection.
Have you? Hey, Vern, I watched you on 3 Men the other night, and you did the exact same thing when they were talking about Ghost Rider. You went, pulled it back, and showed it up. Didn't say a word, and just pulled it away.
I didn't get up and run to the back of my room to find it.
You don't have to. Everything's right next to you.
I brought it out specifically for the show because I knew we were talking about the Ghost Rider.
So was that? Yeah, that one's. Is that a newer one? Oh, is that
the blacklight one?
No kidding.
Yeah, those are cool. I like them. Do you have a blacklight in there?
I have a blacklight around. Yes.
Okay.
Why? Do you want me to turn it on? And
no, I just thought you had one mounted onto the wall, ready to go. On the little remote control, turns on the black light, and then.
I had one mounted to my ceiling not that long ago, and I tell you, when you have glow in the dark toys in your room, they just pop. And then when you shut that light off,
they explode.
They explode. So is yours what Ghost Rider is that? The Marvel Legends?
It's the Marvel Legends Toy Biz one.
So is that before this one or after that?
No, I think yours is maybe before because that's Vengeance, right? Oh no. This is that's Toy Biz though, right?
I think
I don't know
Legends.
which one. I don't know which one's
Legends that came. They came in those different with the comic book.
Yeah, this is the one that came in those all plastic bubble deal.
Yeah,
like they released the new Hulk. This guy's got like that, the hands that have the fingers that close down too, and he's got the toe tappers.
Yeah, same here. But I think
that looks really cool.
Yeah, they do. I have the blacklight of the Stranger Things. Josh, I just had that figure from what was it, a year or two ago that came out. I just sold it to a buddy at work. I have Dracula and Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I just had no room for them, but I love the blacklights version.
Yeah, I like the blacklight ones too. Listen, we talk about stupid Hasbro repaints. Why haven't Hasbro gotten into like blacklight repaints? That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, it would.
Can you imagine that?
They sell blacklight paint.
Because instead of blacklight paints, they just went with carbonized collection and credit
I'm just
collection.
Saying
and
there's creative things that they
why repaint a figure when you can just take this figure and throw it in a box without a window and call it and sell it for more than you originally sold it for.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Brother man, he's been going after the Death Star all night. All night, Dino. All night.
Yeah. A lot of opportunities.
There were a lot of problems with that announcement yesterday, and I'll say like with that Mando 3-pack. But most of all, I think they didn't do themselves any service because Andor premiered, and they should have revealed some figures from Andor, and not a Mandalorian figure set.
They're gonna wait till what, 2 weeks?
I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
So have you guys watched Andor at all?
I saw 2 episodes so far.
I started the first one.
I fell asleep watching the first one. I stayed awake for the second one. I fell asleep for the third one. But I enjoy it. The problem is I'm 53. I can't sit through.
I can't get too much. I really gotta go cook dinner. But I just want to say about Andor, like, I appreciate the show because it's sort of turning into the spy type dark little story that I was kind of hoping it would be. The story of somebody come out. So the first 5 minutes was very telling for me, right? Like about Andor himself, and I thought, that just set it for me. Like, oh, okay, this is going to be good. The flashback stuff, I don't know if because I have my subtitles turned on, are they not?
They don't speak English, right?
But are they not like subtitling what they're actually saying? Are we supposed to just understand based on what's happening in the scene? Are you guys seeing the translations or no?
I don't think I saw the translations.
Okay, so then that's what it is. But I am enjoying it a lot more than I expected I would.
Yeah, so I want to thank everybody for coming. I know, Vern, you got to go cook. So I want to thank everyone for joining, and well done with the Garbage Pail Challenge.
Dino the Machino, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was definitely awesome. Definitely unexpected.
You're the reason in my life. You're the inspiration, Dino. So
what's that?
You're the reason in my life. You're my inspiration.
I heard that before. I don't know where I've heard it before, but
it's a Chicago song.
But yeah, so the next challenge is create a movie poster from using your action figures. That'll be super fun. So if you guys want to play along, hashtag it to POA Challenge 22 to Instagram or Twitter, and we will show it. So hopefully we'll get some creative photos and posters.
Yeah.
And we'll see you all at the movies. Oh,
and
that's not how it is.
Remember, if you hear that knock on the door, it might not always be UPS, FedEx. It just might be.
Oh, wait, I'll get it. Hang on, Glenn. Be right back. Paul!
Hey, all you awesome people. I'm John. Vintage Geek.
Be careful. He's coming for you. Take care, everyone. Thanks for coming.
See ya.
We got to pay him for that now? What the hell?
I know, right?